Hey, what's up? I'm Rollercoaster Rider, and why don't you do me a favor and subscribe? All the cool kids are doing it, so you should too. Yeah. Also, you can check out a bunch of other Bizaardvark vlogs. You can check out Liv and Maddie vlogs. You can check out Austin and Allie vlogs. You can check out Jesse vlogs. I might even do more vlogs uh, sh- based on other Nickelodeon and Disney live-action sitcoms if you want me to. Anyway, this is after being kind of pushed to the side and being kind of like the punching bag, so to speak. This episode, season 1, episode 9, Bernie's in Charge, kind of puts Bernie as more of the star of the show. Basically, the TV show is kind of listened to my complaints, and they start off with this cool, everything's cool with pyro video, where Mickey from Seinfeld, sorry, I'll edit that out. Where Mickey from Seinfeld uh, is kind of like this crazy pyro person, and that's when Liam comes in and says like no pyro in the studio. However, so as a result of them using pyro already, uh, they are now banned from the filming space. That's when they go to Bernie. He pulls out this box of things that he thought uh, Bizaardvark would have to deal with, including like pain, punishment, a bunch of things that started with P, but nothing for Pyro. So he decides he's going to go to Liam himself. However, Paige and Frankie say, "Don't do that. No one respects you here." So he goes over there, and fortunately for him, he kind of hears about how Liam is planning a trip to to the Bahamas or to Haiti or something. And he also wants Taylor Swift tickets. Who wouldn't? Anyway, because he'll be gone, he decides to put Bernie in charge because he says like, "Let you go and I'll be in charge." With him, and when Bernie does it, things kind of actually start to improve. For example, he says he wants to hear your idea. I think his motto is like, if it's a good idea, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shorts. Or let's give it a shot. For example, the hot cocoa bar is now serving marshmallows instead of cotton balls. Um, Amelia came in and said like, "Hey, I need $17,000 to do this crazy video," and Bernie says, "Well, I can't give you $17,000, but I will say you are beautiful," which is all she wanted. He then tells a horseface guy, because he has a horse head, um, "Hey, next time someone tries to ride you, you come to me because you're a human, not a horse." Paige and Frankie then take advantage of Bernie being in charge and try to get the studio back. They say that, "Oh, it's easy with Bernie. You just give him a couple of compliments and then he'll just be putty in your hands, basically." So, so then they do all of that stuff, and then they get the studio back, including with pyro. However, in this case, it's a lot of pyro. However, Bernie says like, "No, you can't do this," because he told me not to, and he also told me to feed his fish, which is a pretty funny gag. Um, so he leaves, but then there's a moment where Bernie hears how the girls have been kind of playing him, and so he essentially just lets all of Bugle run amok, including furniture fort, including the hot cocoa lady tied up, uh horseface guy having a kid riding him, and Amelia trying to do. Oh, that's the B plot. Amelia has been trying to do this like lip video or glink video where you do this crazy video for just 1 second. The internet. And So she's been trying to do it. However, the problem is that with her accent and how she thinks and how she talks, she can't do anything for more. She can't do anything for just 1 second, which includes like changing her hair, just saying, "Hey, how are you doing?" Just saying, "Hi, my name is," and stuff like that. There's a pretty, there's she has a pretty funny line, and luckily for me, Dude Bro isn't in this episode, so that's cool. Um, let's see. But anyway, once Paige and Frankie find out that Bugle has been going crazy, and they both try to battle to see who can be the queen of the furniture fort. Um, they then go to Bernie, who is arguably and understandably upset, and so he says like, I thought you told me that no one here respected me. Turns out the only people that don't respect me is you. Which leads to a pretty funny response, and he does try to get the situation under control with a funny bit with Delia with marshmallows. And sadly, Liam calls in, and Bernie is fired. And there's a pretty funny wrap up with the Delia 1 second video. Uh, did I like this episode? Yeah, I did. It showed Bernie in a different light, so he wasn't just being the typical punching bag that he usually is. Um, in this, he showed that he can actually be responsible, and it explains how Bizaardvark has been able to get gigs because Bernie has been working so hard, and he clearly is a hard worker, and he basically treats people the way he'd want to be treated. Um, the fact that Dude Bro wasn't in this makes this a wonderful episode. You can Google reasons. You can no, don't Google reasons. One of the funny lines was when Amelia hears about let me just find out what it is. Glink. Sorry, when she finds out about Glink, or like the hot cocoa lady asks her if she's ever glinked, and she says, "I'm a woman. Even if I did, I wouldn't say it in public," which is a pretty funny gag. And then there's another one about how she's going to do it, and then it ends with her standing on top of a table saying like, "How did I get up here?" um yeah, this episode it moved pretty fast, and it was very creative and unique, and it showed Bernie in a better light. Let's see. The message, I don't know what the message is. Uh so yeah, I would recommend you watch this episode. Bernie's in charge. Stay tuned next time when we get pretty. Bye.